How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. I just bought crypto for the first time in over a month. I want to talk to you about what I bought and what I'm seeing in the market, what I want to buy here soon, and why the market's down today. So stay through to the end. We're going to pack a lot into this video. If you don't mind hitting the subscribe button, I appreciate that. There are links underneath the video as well in case you want to sign up for moomoo or Webull. I would definitely do that because you can get free money on Webull. If you deposit any amount, you can get at least $34. And if you deposit on moomoo $100, you can get up to 5 free stocks. And if you deposit more, you can get up to 15. There's also a link down there to Margex in case you want a long or short crypto. As you can see, Bitcoin is down. Over the last 7 days, down 6%. Over the last 24 hours, down 1.7%. The whole market's pulling back here, and a lot of altcoins are down much more than Bitcoin, some down 5-10%. Now, I'll go through what I bought here today and something I think is getting to be more and more attractive. But let's talk first about why the market's down, because the NASDAQ started up over 1% here today, and crypto started up higher than it was today, higher than it is right now, earlier today. And this is kind of weird that we're starting to fall down throughout the day, especially if you saw what happened this morning. We had weekly jobless claims increase from last week, up 13,000 jobs or jobless claims, so up to 196,000, which is still low, but that shows that more people are going jobless, and then that is causing the labor market to get a little bit less tight, which could cause the Fed to continue with this easing of interest rates. So this started to push up the market when this was announced today. And we see a lot of companies still laying off workers. I mean, just last night, Walt Disney Company said that they're going to restructure, seek $5.5 billion in cost cuts, and reduce workforce by 7,000 jobs. 7,000. That's massive. And a lot of other companies are saying this as well, and this is causing stocks to jump. So we still see more and more companies announcing that they're laying off workers, but we had this come in. The market is spooked, first of all, because of the CPI print next week. The VIX is spiking up, getting ready for that CPI print, depending on how it comes out, could definitely cause the market to have some volatility. And then there was a large put buyer at 4,050. Now, some people are saying this is Carl Icahn, but this is not confirmed. That's just a rumor that's going around right now. This is all causing the treasury markets to spike and causing these traditional assets like stocks to sell off a bit. Now, at the same time, there's some talk about crypto regulation happening in the U.S. Coinbase, the CEO is talking about how the American government might try to get rid of staking here with some of the exchanges. Now, I made a full video on that yesterday. I'll put that on the end screen. But I don't think that's really the main thing that's causing crypto to sell off here today. I think a large reason why crypto is selling off, because it started to sell off before the traditional markets here today. The reason for that is mostly because of long liquidations. There's been about $87 million worth of longs liquidated here today, which is the largest amount that we've seen in a few weeks. So that definitely can push down the price pretty quickly. The last time that we saw this many longs liquidated, we saw the price of Bitcoin fall down about $1,000 in a day. Now, what did I do today? Well, I went out and bought more Bitcoin. Now, I think Bitcoin dominance is going to go up. When we look at the overall Bitcoin dominance chart with stablecoin, you can see that we bounced off of this support that we had seen around 43%. Now, this has been the same support that we saw last year around June, and then we popped back up to the 45% region. I think we may be stuck in this range between 43 and 45%, and even if we're not, I still have some altcoins. But I think that with CPI coming up next week, assuming CPI comes in and it's higher than we expect, obviously the markets will probably fall. Bitcoin won't fall as much as other cryptocurrencies, so Bitcoin dominance would be expected to go up. And if it does come in pretty good, and lower than we expect, or right as we expect the CPI print to come in, the fact is that Bitcoin will still go up overall in terms of dollars. So I think it makes sense to buy a little bit now. And this is the first time that I bought crypto in over a month. I had bought so much dollar cost averaging last year that as we start to pump up, I was okay just sitting back a little bit, but I do want to dollar cost average more this year. Now, to be clear, this isn't some massive buy. It's just about the same that I was dollar cost averaging about a month ago. But I do think it's important to continue to do this throughout the year, because chances are we're going to end 2023 higher than here, especially if the economy continues to show strength and CPI continues to come down. The fact is, buying Bitcoin around this level still makes a lot of sense, but I'm not going and throwing all my money, because I do think that it makes sense to keep some cash on the sidelines, whether it's through for real estate or for stocks, or just to buy more crypto in the future. We could see some red, so I'm not going out there and buying everything in sight. I still do have a large cash pile in case we do see further drops, but I'm also comfortable adding a little bit as time goes on, because I do see us just getting better and better situated for the next bull run, especially as time goes on. The fact is that there's less and less of a chance of another massive dip. Now, I'm not saying that we won't see that, but that becomes less and less likely as time goes on and we get closer to the next Bitcoin halving. Depending on what happens with the CPI, we may see a big pump or big drop. Like I said, another crypto that I'm watching right now is Phantom. As you can see, Phantom has started to fall a bit here, down to about 47 cents. And I am excited to buy more Phantom at some point this year. I think the next support, if we continue to fall here past about 46 cents or so, would be around 41 cents. If we bounce off that and start to make a confirmation that we're going to continue moving up, I might buy some more there. Or if we break through that, that might be a good time to be buying the dip a bit. Now, Polygon also is one that I'm looking at, but it's held up really well. It's $1.30, which is pretty much the highest we've seen, within a few cents in months, like since almost a year ago. So Polygon's still doing crazy well. ETH is still a crypto that I want to buy more of. And if you want to know more of the cryptos that I want to buy, I'll put the video on the end screen that I just made yesterday, talk about some of the top cryptos to buy in this month, or right now, really, some of the top cryptos to put on your watch list. Now, I still think it makes sense to be diversified, and I am a large holder in Tesla. Actually, with Bitcoin falling down, Tesla is now my largest position, especially with it spiking up over the last few days. And I think it's largely due to the fact that they continue to come out with good news. They continue to develop and announce pretty great numbers behind the scenes of what's happening in China, production numbers. And they also have their Model Y inventory hitting basically zero. They're basically all sold out, especially with the new $7,500 EV credit on all trims for Model Y. They've been announced that they are the best-selling car in California and throughout Europe. I think a lot of people expect them to actually grow more than they're saying this year, because basically their 1.8 million car rate that they were trying to shoot for in 2023 doesn't show much growth this year. So I think a lot of people think that they're underestimating what they can do, and a lot of people are trying to get into a stock that actually has good revenue growth, has good EPS growth, and is a dominant leader in an industry that's going to grow a lot from here, which is EV sales. So I'm still excited about Tesla, thinking about selling some calls here soon if we continue to pump up, because we have moved up so much. But at this point, I don't think it is worth it, because I think we could still run a lot from here. Now, we have not seen this price since back in November, like early November. So this has been a crazy run over the last month and a week. Basically, we're up 96%, and from the lows, we're up over 100%. So if you don't have some Tesla, I would highly suggest, looking at it at least. And you can probably tell that I believe that, because it is my largest holding. Again, if you want to buy it, check out moomoo. There's a link to it underneath the video, and you can get some free stocks just by using that link and depositing some money on the platform. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Let me know what cryptos I should be watching underneath the video. If you want to see some of the cryptos that I'm watching, I'll put it on the end screen, along with my last video about how the US is talking about banning staking cryptocurrencies. Thank you, and I'll see you in one of these videos here. Bye.